I've been to Blue Spring South. My wife graduated from here. They have 3 different sets of cheerleaders, and I've never understood the difference between. Somebody's tried to explain this to me before, and one is like the lead squad. They're about to go out there and do their dance. There's a secondary squad in front of the student section, and then there's like the C team cheerleaders in front of the rest of the folks. So enjoy the show. It's going to be a good time. I always like doing the current weather whenever, wow, it is not that hot. Apparently it is. 84 degrees, feels like 87, and there's 2 miles per hour of wind. And I don't know where those miles are coming from, but I don't feel anything. It says from the north, so obviously we're blocked by 100 plus feet of brick. So, and I also didn't realize how loud Dave Cooley's voice is through the PA system. So I might actually even need a little bit more monitor. But now that the microphone's close to my face, it's actually going to help. 40 minutes left of remaining daylight, and then we will be under officially the Friday night lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Pillar 18. Dr. Pillar, coached by the Sherry Ray.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School athletics.
Hello and welcome to the game of the night. The Rockhurst Hawklets take a trip across town to the Blue Springs South Jaguars. We are here. It is a balmy 84 degrees and not a breeze in sight. My name is Jonathan Plasek. Thank you for joining us on 810varsity.com and the YouTube channel. Again, somebody's got to win tonight, and that's going to be the key. Rockhurst coming in at 0-3. They lost 35-7 last week down in Arkansas. Again, another away game. 3 of the first 4 games this year for Rockhurst on the road. They lost that 35-7, like I said, for Blue Springs South. They had their first road game of the year last week. They lost to Park Hill 45-21, and that's the 18th ranked team in the 810varsity.com top 25. So far, again, these two teams, they're not that bad. They're at 0-3, yes, but they played some really tough competition. Lee Summit North, Lee Summit West, and Park Hill for Blue Springs South. Ray-Peck, Park Hill, and Bentonville, Arkansas for Rockhurst. So we're about to have the captains come out to the 50-yard line. Looking forward to bringing you the action here tonight. Again, I am Jonathan Plasek. Appreciate you guys joining us for this high school game. It's beautiful out. There are plenty of people out for this homecoming game at Blue Springs South. I'm going to guess the entire home side is full. Rockhurst fans are feeding over as well, and we are going to get this game underway here shortly. Some leaders statistically for both of these teams. Again, Matt Klein, the head coach for the Blue Springs South Jags. Cash Parker, number 4, you're going to hear his name a lot tonight. He is their quarterback, and he is 38 of 77 on the year, 289 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. And 2 touchdowns on the ground and 2 touchdowns through the air. Those 2 touchdowns going to Luke Seib, number 87. You'll also hear his name in the Jags passing game tonight. And then in the backfield, Theo Thomas. He has 62 attempts for 243 yards throughout this season. And he is their workhorse. He's averaging 81 yards per game. For Rockhurst, Luke Bailey. He's their quarterback, 22 of 40, 224 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Not the start that you want if you're Luke Bailey through the air. However, he also can run the football. 26 attempts, 108 yards, and a touchdown so far for him. For Rockhurst, it's all about running the football. They have 3 guys, like I said, Luke Bailey, Joe Leggio, 28 attempts, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 61 yards per game. He's listed as a fullback. And you tell me if this sounds like a fullback. 6'1", 245 pounds. He is a senior. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight as well. They also have Isaac Cook running the football. 42 attempts, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 55 yards per game. For the Hawklets, in the receiving side, not a lot. Gavin O'Boyle, their leading receiver, 20 receptions, 198 yards, and 1 touchdown on the year. And Isaac Cook also utilized in the passing game, 11 receptions, 113 yards receiving. Kelly Donahoe is the head coach of the Rockhurst Hawklets. He should be familiar with Blue Springs South because he spent 22 years at Blue Springs High School, home of the Wildcats. So Blue Springs South has won the toss and has deferred to the second half and will defend the south end zone. So we will get a first look at Luke Bailey and this offense for the Hawklets. Again, it's a beautiful night. If you're not outside the house, I understand, but this is a beautiful evening for some high school football. A beautiful rendition of the national anthem previously sung by the Blue Springs South alma mater. The Jags out here tonight for homecoming once again. Homecoming, there's just some sort of different feeling, and the Jags are going to need something because so far, not great results. 28-10 loss versus Lee Summit North. 35-0 loss versus Lee Summit West. And then last week on the road, it was Park Hill winning that one at 45-21. So we're going to kick off this game. Drew Peniston is going to kick this off for the Jags, and he is listed 6 foot, 250-pound senior. He's a lineman, and I've seen this because I've been to a few of these games. Drew Peniston has recovered an onside kick this year, so it will be very interesting. Aiden Flood back to return for the Hawklets, as well as number 12, Tommy Kisper, pardon me. And finally, we're underway. Peniston has it teed up at the 40-yard line, kicking into what is 2 miles per hour of breeze, and we are underway. A deep kick, driving it all the way back to the 5-yard line. That's going to be Kisper. Kisper bringing it out across the 20 to the 25, and that's where we'll see Luke Bailey lead this Hawklet offense out onto the field. And the Blue Springs South defense, pardon me. I know there's some offense out there if I say Blue Springs defense. Blue Springs South defense looking for an early stop here. Backed up at the 25-yard line. Again, a good return, 20 yards for Tommy Kisper as Rockhurst begins with the football. So Bailey starts out under center. Joe Leggio is going to be the running back in the I formation, tight end left. It is a handoff straight up the middle, and there are 2 Jaguar defenders there to bring him down. That's a gain of 6 yards. Not a bad start. Looking at Leggio warm up, they're going to go to that left side an awful lot tonight. Number 65, Andrew Sprague, 6'7", 260-pound sophomore, is at left tackle. He's going to be the guy that they run behind an awful lot tonight. You will be hearing his name on big blocks as well. So 2nd down and 5 for the Hawklets. Again, just underway here. 11:20 remaining in the first quarter. I formation once again, this time tight end to the right. Bailey under center once again. This time a pitch play to Leggio. Leggio around the right side and taken down from behind. That time it was Peyton Osborne on the stop, and that's good for a Hawklet first down up to the 38-yard line. So far, 2 plays and a pickup of 13 yards for the Hawklets. Leggio being the recipient of both of the offensive plays so far. Rockhurst wearing their all-white away uniforms, blue lettering, and Rockhurst across the chest. Again, no logo on the helmet. Blue Springs South in their blue unis at home. White lettering, green trim around there, and blue helmets with a number and a logo on each side. This time, play action, Bailey slips and gets it out of the backfield. Going over to the right side, getting tripped up. That is going to be Gus Sorensen, I believe. His jersey is tucked up underneath. I couldn't tell if that was 38 or 39, but Gus Sorensen, the recipient of the 2-yard completion from Luke Bailey. So 2nd down and 8 from the 40-yard line again. Just underway here. The sun beginning to set. We can see the moon off into the south and to the east with some beautiful clouds. Beautiful picture painted here tonight. Luke Bailey under center. 1 wide receiver to the right and to the left. Tight end right as well. And this time it's going to be a fullback dive, and that's going to get eaten up in the backfield. Big number 72, Jose Jenkins. Oh, excuse me, there was a fumble on the play. Wow, I did not see that one at all, and the Jags are going to recover and take over 1st down and 10 from the Rockhurst 38-yard line. I'm looking up here at David. David's a producer tonight. I want to give him a big shout-out. He didn't see it either. So apparently the ball hit the turf, and there's a fumble for you. So this is going to be the first time we will see Cash Parker take over on offense here for Blue Springs South. On the plus 38 for him. 9:45 here to go in the opening quarter. Seib in motion from right to left. Alex Israelite in the slot left as well. Bailey out of the pistol set. He's going to hand it off to Theo Thomas. And gets up about 6 yards or so. Not a bad opening play for Blue Springs South. Again, 0-3 on the year, looking for their first win tonight. And that's a good start. A gain of 6. Gain of 6 every play is going to get you a first down. I guarantee it. So some substitutions come in for the Jags. 2nd down and 5. I gave them 6 again, but 2nd down and 5 according to the digitalized chains over on the east side of the field. This time out in motion is Bryce Reeves. So that leaves Cash Parker alone in the backfield. This time it's an inside screen. And that is going to be Malachi Howard, the recipient of that pass. And he's going to pick up about 9 yards and a Jaguar 1st down. Cash Parker, again, he's 8th in this particular league in passing. He had 289 yards coming into the day. And that's not bad. A pickup of 9 on his first pass, 1 for 1. And that sets the Jags up 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. 8:45 here to go in the opening quarter. Bailey stands about 4 yards back from his center in a double motion here. Seib and another tight end, this time jet motion, and this is going to be Theo Thomas. Theo Thomas stood up by a host of Hawklets there. Maybe a pickup of 3 yards, and that's going to set up a 2nd down and 7 for the Jags. Again, Theo Thomas, he's the leader on this team in rushing. 62 attempts on the year, 243 yards, averaging 81 coming in to today. So far, 1 1st down for the Jags, 1 1st down for the Hawklets, but 1 turnover, very costly for Rockhurst early on to give the Jags their possession in Hawklet territory. So Seib going from slot left a little bit further down into the slot. Another motion by the Jags, and this is Cash Parker looking, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield. It's a sack there. That is going to be number 10, Perry Thorpe, coming in from the defensive tackle position. That's a sack and a loss of 1, so not bad by Cash Parker to get out of there, but he did have a receiver in the slot that got wide open on a post route. He just was unable to get it to him. That's going to set up 3rd down and 8. Big play here for the Jags. I would imagine they would go for it on 4th down if they were not to get a 1st down here. We will certainly see. 4th play of the drive so far for the Jags. Down to 10 on the play clock, and Theo Thomas is behind Cash Parker here. Again, another jet motion across the front, and Parker is going to look for an out route, and that goes in and out of the hands. There's a late flag coming in. That was Luke Seib, the intended receiver. We'll see our first call from Justin Meisel tonight. Legal man downfield is the call. And that is going to that's going to be declined. So it'll be 4th down.
Makes it 4th down and 9.
7:01 here with the time remaining in the first quarter, and the Jags will go for it on 4th and 8. Bryce Reeves is the back in the backfield behind Cash Parker. And a big play here. The homecoming crowd coming alive for Blue Springs South. Down on the left side of your screen, Malachi Howard at wide receiver. 2 receivers to the right. That's going to be Reeves out in motion left. Parker, belt high snap, looks, dig route, and that's going to be incomplete. Dropped over on the far side. That was intended for number 13, Braden Watson. And that will be a turnover on down. So the Hawklets, no harm, no foul on their fumble. It was recovered at the 38-yard line of Rockhurst, and we do have our first water break. So timeout is coming up here. 30-second timeout here, so we will return here.
Biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School Athletics.
So back from a water break, here we go. Jaguars turnover on downs on their first possession. They were able to get a 1st down. Rockhurst a 1st down as well, and then they fumble it over to the Jags. Once again, we are scoreless here, 0-0, 6:55 here to go in the opening quarter. So we will see Luke Bailey come back out, and this time he's going to be in the shotgun formation. This is the first time we've seen him in the gun tonight with Joe Leggio to his left side. Standing at his own 23-yard line. It is a quarterback run, and he's got some room across the 30-yard line, across the 35, and that's going to be a pickup of 15 for Luke Bailey. Oh, pardon me. They brought in Ethan Hansen. I apologize, Rockhurst fans. Ethan Hansen comes into the game to run that one. Ethan Hansen, a pickup of 15 for number 15. I know, you got to love whenever they bring in a quarterback second possession. That's my fault there. So Ethan Hansen is going to be brought in at quarterback. And this time back under center. I formation, 2 receivers over to the right for Hansen. This time it's a handoff to Leggio. Leggio just plowing through a defender on his way to picking up 7. And I said this in pregame, it's hard to bring him down with one guy, and that time it showed. He is a big man, listed at 6'1", 245 pounds for the Hawklets. So a pickup of 7 is going to get them to the Hawklet 45-yard line. Yet to cross midfield tonight. Again, Hansen in at quarterback for drive number 2. In the I formation, tight end right, it's going to be Leggio again through the middle, and this time a host of there to meet him, but it looks like he has enough to pick up the first down. Joe Leggio so far pretty much having his way. I mean, again, tough to bring the guy down with just a singular defender. That time, Blue Springs South able to get to him with a host of Jags. So still on their side of the field. They're at their own 48, but good enough for a first down for Rockhurst. And again, Hansen this time going back into the gun. We have yet to see a pass beyond the line of scrimmage, really, for Rockhurst. Takes a snap, and it is going to be a play action. This time he's just going to take off Hansen across the 30-yard line. Still on his feet to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Finally taken down around the 17-yard line. And that is a decent gain. You're looking at 35 yards there for Ethan Hansen. Hansen, that's 2 first downs for him, and that's going to be 50 yards total through the ground for him as well. So far this drive looking a little better than the first one. This time Hansen looks over to the sideline. Luke Bailey, by the way, obviously the starting quarterback as well. He was in there for some running and receiving, but has yet to get the ball outside of being the quarterback for the first possession. Ethan Hansen from the Blue Springs South 17-yard line, I formation for the Hawklets. This time it's Leggio across the left side, inside the 10-yard line, still on his feet, down to the 1. Thought he dragged a defender into the end zone with him, but it is going to be first down and goal from the 1-yard line. Joe Leggio is, again, having his way right now into the Blue Springs South secondary, pardon me. And right now there's an injury timeout. Trainer out on the field, and that's going to be Alex Israelite coming over to the sideline. Looks like he's okay. He's jogging off, so that's a good thing. It'll be first down and goal from the Blue Springs South 1-yard line. Again, scoreless game so far. 4:48 here to go in the opening quarter. And you're watching this high school football game thanks to 810 Varsity. I'm Jonathan Plastic. Appreciate you guys joining us on this Friday night for some Friday Night Lights. Leggio, the tailback in the I formation from the 1-yard line. Hansen, the handoff. Big man into the end zone. Touchdown Rockhurst. The first blood is drawn by Rockhurst, and that's going to be a hefty drive. 75 yards in just under 5 minutes to get Rockhurst on the board. 5 plays is all it took to get down the field and score. Pardon me, that's going to be a 77-yard drive. So Kyle Bush, not the NASCAR driver, but Kyle Bush is on for the extra point from the hold of Luke Bailey. Snap a little low, good hold from Luke Bailey, and it is up and through for Kyle Bush. Again, 77-yard drive in 5 plays, and it took him less than 5 minutes there to get onto the board again. First blood drawn tonight, 7-0 Rockhurst. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as we get ready for the kickoff. Come back and join us. Blue Springs South ball coming after the break.
us, and so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right, get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have to be a Service Experts Advantage program member. Call 816-629-5343. That's 816-629-5343. Or schedule online at any time at neilharrisserviceexperts.com. That's neilharrisserviceexperts.com. And get ready for winter today.
And welcome back to Blue Springs South High School. Rockhurst able to get on the board first. A 1-yard touchdown run from Joe Leggio. And Kyle Bush is going to be kicking off for the Hawklets. Back deep for the Jags, Bryce Reeves and 82, Dante Maley. From his own 40, Bush, a low line drive, hits off a Jaguar and is covered up there by Trey Patrick at the 25.5-yard line. So that's where we will set up. Almost a good play by the line judge there. That's Preston Green. By the way, the referees for tonight's game, Dave Meisel, the umpire Justin Meisel, linesman Sean Thomas, line judge Preston Green, and the back judge is Breck McPherson, or McPherson, depending upon if you're from Kansas. I hope some of you guys got the joke because David got it up here. Used to work in Topeka, and they said there's no fear in McPherson, is what they said. So Luke Bailey back out on the field leading this Jaguar offense. Over to the right side, that is Braden Nicholson, top of your screen, coming back into motion there at tight end right. Cash Parker, not Luke Bailey. Cash Parker going to hand it off to Theo Thomas. Gus Sorensen there on the tackle. And that is, again, a backfield. You want to get ahead of the chains if you're Blue Springs South. Obviously, they know that, right? That's how football works. You want to stay ahead of the chains. That time a loss of about a half a yard to a yard. 2nd down and 11 for Cash Parker. Again, a pretty quick first quarter. 3:50 here to go in the first behind a massive brick block here at Blue Springs South High School. Jet motion. This time it is a handoff once again, and he's met by a host of Hawklets. It's the entire defensive line. Hard to pick one out there, but I'm going to say Parker Williams was the guy there to make the stop. Again, no gain, looks like, for Blue Springs South. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 11. Critical play coming up here early on. The fact about Blue Springs South that I wanted to bring to you tonight is South has yet to score in quarters 1, 2, or 3. All 31 points that they have scored this year has been in the 4th quarter, so they need some early points to stay in this one with Rockhurst. This time it's Bryce Reeves out of the backfield, empty backfield for Cash Parker. A little one-step drop, rolls to his right, flag down, and he throws behind his intended receiver, incomplete. That's Luke Seib. And it's going to be a holding call according to our head referee, Dave Meisel. So I'm going to assume that head coach Kelly Donahoe is going to decline that penalty. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So a quick 3 and out here. Only had the ball for about a minute and 50 seconds. So the deep return man, again, they have to stop rolling up their jerseys. But it looks like Gavin O'Broyle is going to be the return guy as Cash Parker stands at his own 10-yard line. O'Broyle stands at his own 40. Good punt, end over end, and a fair catch is called for and taken at the 46-yard line. Again, if you're just joining us, Rockhurst started with the football after Blue Springs South deferred to the second half. They quickly fumbled on their 3rd play from scrimmage. Blue Springs South was set up at the Rockhurst 38-yard line, and then they had a turnover on downs. Gave it back to the Hawklets at their own 23. 5-play drive, 77 yards. Just under 4 minutes to take him into the end zone. Joe Leggio put him up 7-0. And a quick 3 and out here for South as they give the ball back to the Hawklets. Again, it's Ethan Hansen at quarterback, standing at his own 41-yard line. Joe Leggio going from his right to his left, and he gets the handoff. Going around the right side, the big 245-pound young man took out 4 Jags. He's still on his feet. Wow. Like, that's a grown Derrick Henry man run. And then he chirps at the sideline. Listen, if you ran over 4 guys in the last play, maybe you're allowed to do that. There's no flag on the ground. A gain of 12 is going to set up a first down and 10 for the Hawklets.
From the Jaguars' 42-yard line.
Ethan Hansen stepping into the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. They got to get aggressive here, down to 6 seconds. Wide receivers sprint into position. Hansen standing at the Blue Spring South 47. He's going to look deep. And it's down the sideline and overthrown. Looks like he stopped running out there. That's Gavin O'Broyle that he was looking for there. There is a flag down on the turf once again. And we will see what the head referee has to say this time. Kelly Donahoe not looking too happy over on the far sideline. And it looks like a block in the back is what it looked like to me. And that's going to set the Hawklets back to their own side of the field, their own 44-yard line. So a 10-yard penalty from the spot makes it first down and 24. Again, if you guys are just joining us, 2:34 left here in the first quarter, 7-0 Rockhurst. We're at the campus of Blue Spring South, a beautiful evening, still hanging around 80 degrees, but the sun is setting. The Friday night lights are on. So Ethan Hansen brings Leggio from his right to his left once again. This time it's a play-action pass. Rolls to his left, looking deep for O'Broyle. O'Broyle goes up and makes the catch. Oh, incomplete, they said. Got it away down at the end. Number 11, Jack Brickhouse there with the defense. And that was clutch because O'Broyle had it in his hands. Would have been good enough for a first down as well. But instead, it's going to be second down and 24 for the Hawklets. Again, somebody here going to get their first win tonight. They're both 0-3 on the season. A tough loss last week at Bentonville, Arkansas, 35-7 for Rockhurst. And 45-21 loss at Park Hill for Blue Spring South. So somebody will get their first win tonight. It's Blue Spring South homecoming. Hansen standing at his own 39-yard line. This time it's a QB draw. QB draw is not going to work. Getting into the backfield for Blue Spring South, number 52 is going to be Cooper Broyles. Pardon me, Avion Phillips there on the stop. 56. They have to stop rolling up their jerseys, David. David's not on mic tonight, but he's listening to me call the game. They keep tucking their jerseys under their shoulder pads, and it only makes it harder on broadcasters to understand which jersey number they're wearing. It's going to be third down and 24 from the Hawklet 42-yard line. They're going to have to get to the Jags 32-yard line to get a first down. It's going to be Hansen under center. Leggio in the deep I formation. It's going to be play action. Rolling out to the left. It's a catch and a run up across the Blue Spring South 40-yard line. And that is going to be Gus Sorensen. Connor Sexton is the one that's called here from the very talented PA announcer David Cooley at Blue Spring South. I'm going to trust him. Connor Sexton. I got to find him on the good old roster here, but Connor Sexton apparently was the one to make the catch. It's going to be 4th down and 7, and the Hawklets are going to go for it. Ticking under a minute here in the opening quarter. Hansen under center. South looking like they're going to bring a blitz out of the 4-3. 2 high safeties. Alex Israelite there as well. And it's going to be a timeout, Rockhurst. They're going to think it over for the 4th down and 7. And again, 55 seconds here to go in the opening quarter. Colin Sexton there with a good pickup of 17 yards to get him into a 4th and 7. Again, obviously in high school football, you're not going to kick a massive 56-yard field goal. So 4th and 7 whenever Rockhurst gets out of their timeout. Again, Matt Klein, the head coach for the Blue Springs Jags. Last time Blue Springs South took a win against Rockhurst was their 2015 undefeated state championship season. So they're looking to end a 6-year drought against Rockhurst tonight at homecoming on their home turf, obviously. So 4th down and 7. One Jag is going to try and sprint off the field, and he does. A stack set left for Hansen. Hansen's going to back up, and he's going to pooch kick it. Anticlimactic, but this is going to drop down a perfect punt at the 1-yard line, but hold on. We'll see what the referees say. They say at the 1-yard line. I thought that the young man went into the end zone. Apparently that referee did not see that. So it's going to be downed inside like as close as you can get to your own goal line is where Blue Springs South is going to end up here. They took about 3 minutes off the clock. And technically that is a 3-and-out. Based upon the penalty, 3-and-out, and South will take over from their own 1-foot line with 45 seconds here to go in the opening quarter. They got to go 99 3/4 yards for a touchdown. But right now they're just trying not to get a safety. Cash Parker under center. And he's going to do the quick handoff up the middle. And maybe a gain of 1.5 out to the 2-yard line is where the near line judge is going to rule it.
Number 21.
Theo Thomas is the one with the ball there for a pickup of 1.5. So it's 2nd down, and I think they'll call it about 9 yards. But still, at your own 2-yard line, they got to be careful. Field position, I mean, that's the play by Kelly Donahoe there as he pooch kicks it. And a beautiful pooch kick, by the way, down to the half-yard line. So again, it's Theo Thomas up the middle, this time a gain of 3 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Jags. And we are getting very close to the end of the quarter, and we are at the end of the first quarter. Your score, Rockhurst 7-0. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student-athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student-athlete play healthy.
And welcome back to Blue Springs South High School. The start of the second quarter finds the Blue Springs South Jags at their own 5-yard line. Rockhurst defending now the south end zone as we flip sides here for the second quarter. 3rd down and 5, big play here. Cash Parker standing in his own end zone, sends Theo Thomas over to his right. And it's a quarterback draw up the middle, and Rockhurst is going to bring him down for a minimal gain.
Tackle by number 10, Perry Thornton. Loss of 1 yard. Brings up 4th down and 6 for the Jags.
Cash Parker will stay in to punt for Blue Springs South. And this is where you got to be careful. This is where any sort of block results in either a safety or a touchdown. Gavin O'Broil stands at the Blue Springs South 42-yard line as Cash Parker stands on the end zone line. He's able to get the punt away. Once again, end over end, a little bit of a spiral, and a fair catch called and made at the Blue Springs South 45-yard line. So not a bad punt out of Cash Parker. 55 yards in total, no return, but actually just a 40-yard punt if you're keeping stats at home. It'll be great field position for the Rockhurst Hawklets coming out onto the field. So far, Ethan Hansen doing a pretty good job at the quarterback position. He has led their only touchdown drive. And it will be Hansen once again at quarterback. under center this time. I formation. Leggio stands at the midfield stripe. He gets the I formation handoff, and he's out to the right side and brought down around the Blue Spring South 40. Alex Israelite there on the stop. Again, pretty chill game so far. It's homecoming here at Blue Spring South. A whole host of Jag cheerleaders everywhere. Like I said, this pregame, there's 3 teams of them. If you're not interested in the football, it's like there is constant cheering happening, which is good. I formation set for Hansen. Leggio stands at the 45-yard line in the I formation. 1 receiver to each side, tight end left. They pull that tight end. Leggio around the right side. Big hole. Finally brought down around a gain of 9 for Rockhurst, and that results in a first down. So 2 plays, 1 first down for Rockhurst, and that will move the chains. 10:25 here to go in the second quarter, or the opening half if you prefer. Hansen getting the call from head coach Kelly Donahoe over there on the sideline. Again, first down and 10 from the south 30-yard line. Hansen this time out of the shotgun set. Leggio to his left. Flag down on the play, and it's going to be Hansen around the left side. Another flag comes down. He's tracked down by C.J. Douglas for the stop. Multiple penalties, so we'll see what we end up with here. Holding on Rockhurst is the call. And the far line judge is going to come in as well. Looks like the sign is illegal shift as well. Okay, legal motion. That penalty is declined. Or illegal procedure, I should say. And the holding penalty will be accepted, so that will take them back to the south 39-yard line. Dave Meisel handling the refereeing duties tonight. That'll bring up first down and about 18 yards for the Hawklets here. Again, so far it's been Joe Leggio and Ethan Hansen that have taken care of the offense for the Hawklets. They break the huddle, 2 receivers to the left. Gavin O'Broyle in the slot left, standing on the hash mark nearest to us. Hansen, belt high snap, play action, looking over, rolling right, still rolling, throws back across his body, and the catch is made. Gavin O'Broyle, the leading receiver for the Hawklets, is there for the pickup of about 9, and that's going to bring up second down and 10. As we march closer to halftime, 9 minutes to go here in the opening half. Hansen once again running into the huddle, doing a pretty good job. Honestly, he's handled the running duties nicely, and then we saw a good throw there rolling to his right. Not advised to throw against your body, but timeout on the field. That is going to be Rockhurst's second timeout. So a quick timeout for them. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back at second down and 10 for...
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School athletics.
Welcome back to Blue Springs South. Bellies full of chicken wings. Appreciate Blue Springs South being so hospitable to me and David tonight here calling the game for you. Second down and 10 from the south 31-yard line. Looking to get around the 20. Marker right in between the 21 and the 20. Hansen under center. This time it's a handoff to Leggio. Left side. Met in the hole and brought down. Not a bad tackle there. They're going to credit the tackle to Luke Lamb there. Couldn't quite tell if it was a 10 or an 18. But that is totally fine. 3rd down and 5 coming up for Rockhurst. Again, they're around the Blue Springs South 26-yard line. Got to get to the 21 and a half or so. Tied into the left this time. I formation once again for Ethan Hansen, and it's a handoff, and he's stopped in the backfield. That looked like number 52, Cooper Boyles. Pardon me. Cooper Boyles there on the stop and dropped him for a loss of about 1 yard. Again, I didn't think I would see it happen tonight. Blue Springs South defense there. Boyles there leading the way. Just under 7 minutes and 40 seconds here to go in the opening half. 7-0 Rockhurst, as you can see at the bottom of your screen. Both of these teams unranked in the 810varsity.com top 40. So that's a weird place for Rockhurst to be at 0-3, but that's it. And it's a fumble on the play. Ethan Hansen is in trouble, and he's getting brought down. That is Mason Seymour there to bring him down. A turnover on downs. And Blue Springs South has a little bit of life here on homecoming here in the opening half. They're going to have pretty good field position from their own 37-yard line. And it's water break time. Don't forget, everybody, H2O is your friend. Have a bottle or a glass anytime, because these referees have to do it too. So if you're at home, you probably should have a water break. David, I don't see a water in your hand, so we need to get David a water. But one of those new things that I haven't seen coming out of high school football lately is the water break. The importance of taking water breaks in the middle of the quarter. I like to think of it as a media timeout, but I think it's only 30 seconds, so we'll keep it here. I am fully juiced up and ready to go. I have water. I have Mellow Yellow. I was telling David the story of how I came to love Mellow Yellow at the drag races in Topeka. If you know about it, you can let us know in the comments on YouTube, because Mellow Yellow, it's underrated. I know a lot of people are Mountain Dew fans, but Mellow Yellow, not bad for a Friday night. The Blue Springs South Jag Pride marching band over there in the south end zone doing a nice job. Cheerleaders as well, stepping to the beat. And it's going to be South with the ball. Turnover on downs once again for Rockhurst coming out of that possession. They got down, a penalty set them back, and so it's going to be Cash Parker with Theo Thomas in the backfield. He yells out the cadence, gets the snap, and it's a play action. Ball is up for grabs, and it's incomplete. I believe there was a receiver in the area, so they're not going to call that intentional grounding, but it was pretty close. He was in trouble in the backfield. Good pressure by that Hawklet defensive line. I believe that was 38 there, Gus Sorensen. I'm going to assume that's Gus Sorensen. There's no 38 on the roster, so I'm going to assume that that's Gus Sorensen. Okay? If people at home, Colin Sexton was called earlier, so again, trying to figure that out at halftime as well. Cash Parker, 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Play action once again, rolling to his right. Ball tipped up in the air and then knocked down by Gavin O'Broyle. I have to stop saying O'Broyle. It's O'Boyle. Okay, I apologize.
Pass batted down by the Hawkins number 7, Gavin O'Boyle.
So that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. The first time that I've really seen the Jags go to the air 2 times in a row tonight. But honestly, Cash Parker outside the pocket, not bad. And the shotgun set, Theo Thomas. They're all looking to the sideline for the play. It looks like the Hawklets have 3 down linemen, 1 standing up rusher, 2 linebackers. Looks like a cover 2 look if I were to just project. Cash Parker now sends a receiver far out to the right. It's another pass. It's a stop route for Luke Seib, and it's incomplete. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, and about 20 seconds taken off the clock. They got it at about 7:20, and it's 6:56 left, so it's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Jags. Gavin O'Boyle back deep. Cash Parker to punt. He stands at his own 23-yard line. O'Boyle stands at his own 25-yard line, awaiting the Parker punt. Decent snap. They brought the rush this time. End-over-end kick. O'Boyle is going to take it, and he is going to get popped by a couple of Jags there at the 32-yard line. That's going to be A.J. Dole there on the stop for the Jags. So a decent punt. They flipped the field. They're going to give him up to the 34-yard line, and that's where Rockhurst takes over once again. Only one touchdown tonight. That was Joe Leggio from 1 yard out. A very efficient drive that took less than 4 minutes to get down the field, 77 yards, and they would like to duplicate that on this drive. From their own 34-yard line, it'll be Ethan Hansen once again at quarterback. 6:47 here to go in the opening half. From their own 34-yard line, shotgun set. A man both on right and left. It is a quarterback read, and it's going to be Hansen. Hansen across the 40. Pardon me, across midfield, now across the 40, and dragged down out of bounds around the 32-yard line. Great chunk play there. 34 yards the gain. And all of a sudden, one play and they're into Jag territory. Set up first down and 10 from the south 32-yard line. And don't get confused, it's the north 32-yard line on the field, but it's the south, Blue Spring South, end of the field, okay? Just to let you know, I know my directions. Doing a decent job. We are set up on the west side, facing east, if you guys are watching from home. Leggio goes from left to right of Hansen. And it's going to be a little counter play. No, it's not. It's a play action. Swung out over to the right. And good defense there. Brought down from Malachi Howard is the one that made the stop. On Will Kitt, I believe, was the recipient of that pass.
Second down and 9.
With a gain of 1. Again, this is where their drives have stalled out. They've had a penalty that set them back. They have a couple of turnover on downs tonight. And 1 fumble. So it's second down and 9 from the south 31-yard line. I formation this time for the Hawklets. Handoff up the middle, Leggio. And is brought down after a decent game. We'll call it 5. Host of Jags there, and that's really what it's going to take to bring him down. Again, listed at 6'1", 245-pound senior. Which, by the way, Ethan Hansen, 6'1", 175-pound sophomore. So a sophomore quarterback starting for Rockhurst. I shouldn't say started. I think Luke Bailey started the game, and then Ethan Hansen came into the game. Luke Bailey is at the top of your screen. Playing wide receiver. 3rd down and 4 for Rockhurst here. 5 down lineman for South. This time it's a QB read option, and he's going to get dragged down. That is C.J. Douglas, the 6'6", 235-pound senior, showing out on homecoming. A loss of 3 yards is going to bring up 4th down and 7 for Rockhurst here. We will certainly have to see what Kelly Donahoe has up his sleeve here. You think you got to go to the air, but you have Joe Leggio and Ethan Hansen running the ball so efficiently. Gavin O'Boyle checks into the game, and he's going to split out to the bottom side of your screen. He's had single coverage a lot of the night tonight, and he has the only 8-yard reception for the Hawklets. Leggio goes from right to left, and it's going to be a timeout. Rockhurst. That's their 3rd of the half. None remaining with 4 minutes left in the half. We'll take a 30-second break here. It will be 4th down and 7 for Rockhurst. They're up 7-0. We'll be right back on 810varsity.com.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School Athletics.
4th down and 7 upcoming for Rockhurst. 4 minutes and 1 second left on the clock. It's 7-0. Rockhurst looking to add to that total. And they have a quad receiver set. You don't see this often. Don't reset your computer screens at home. Ethan Hansen is under center by himself. 5 wide receivers. It's going to be a double pass. Luke Bailey, the starting quarterback, goes deep and is incomplete for Gavin O'Boyle. They took the trick play out. Listed as a quarterback, Luke Bailey, and he is going to throw an incompletion. Turnover on downs for the second straight possession inside the South 30-yard line. And so South will have a possession going towards halftime. 3:54 here to go. They're going to start from their own 29-yard line. And this would be a big boost. Again, South looking for their first touchdown, not in the fourth quarter all season. So this would be huge for Blue Spring South and Matt Klein as they go into the break. Some motion going from right to left. Theo Thomas up the middle, got a good gap. And that time, a gain of about 7. And I want to give a shout out there. Alex Israelite got a pancake on a linebacker, and that doesn't happen often. A wide receiver pancaking a linebacker. So Alex Israelite trying to show off he's a two-way player as well for this South team, and got a good block there. 2nd down and 3. That's South offensive line, also a big part here. Cash Parker out of the shotgun, stands at his own 30. Again, it's Thomas up the middle, diving across the 40-yard line. And that will be a first down, for Blue Springs South. Time ticking now to 3:15 left in the opening half. And they look over to the sideline for the plays. Again, we see the evolution of offense as we have now little charts on the side to get the play. No longer hand motions. This time it's Theo Thomas once again. He's carrying a couple of Hawklet defenders, and it's going to be a gain of about 9. Very close to another South first down, and this is the type of drive you want to see if you're a Blue Springs South fan. 2nd down and 1. 2 minutes and 35 seconds here to go in the half. So far it's been Theo Thomas that has gotten them their yardage so far. 21 yards to be exact on this drive. Again, it's Thomas this time. It's enough for a first down, only a gain of 3, but that is the second first down for Blue Springs South on this drive. So an efficient drive. Thomas, and he's got 24 yards to set them up in Hawklet territory at the 44-yard line. Time, again, they have 3 timeouts, 2 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the opening half. Rockhurst trying to hold on to that 7-0 lead. Cash Parker out of the shotgun in his own territory, at his own 49-yard line. Takes a belt tie snap. This time it's a throw. Luke Seib is going to be a completion, and they're going to give him forward progress up to the 39-yard line. So that's going to be a 5-yard gain for Luke Seib. Good completion there. A little out route. Number 24 with the stop there. Appreciate that. Oh, 42. Thank you. 42-yard line. Thank you, David. This time Theo Thomas once again. This time a pickup of 7. And that's another Blue Springs South first down. 3 on the drive. 1 minute, 20 seconds on the clock. They are running the clock. The South fans are yelling at them to go. 1 minute and 12 seconds to go. Plenty of time on the play clock. They have 3 timeouts. Parker out of the shotgun, standing at his 40-yard line. Pardon me, the Rockhurst 40. And this is Theo Thomas. This time a pickup of 1. And it's going to be a timeout, Blue Springs South. This is their longest drive of the first half. We're going to keep it here on this break. A couple timeouts, I assume, upcoming for Blue Springs South. It's going to be their 8th play of the drive. And just to remind you, we've had 1 touchdown tonight. That was Joe Leggio from 1 yard out for Rockhurst. That was with about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first quarter. So, good defense? I would say so. Good defense so far. I think the offenses have done a pretty decent job, but a couple of turnover on downs, 1 fumble. So I know they don't necessarily count turnovers as turnover on downs. Obviously they do, but 3 turnovers then for Rockhurst and 1 turnover on downs for Blue Springs South. That was their opening drive of the game. So we'll bring it back. Cash Parker trying to lead his team to a score here late in the first half. 57 seconds. 2 timeouts remaining for South. No timeouts left for Rockhurst. Parker, this time a pitch to Theo Thomas. A little juke move and thrown backwards by a couple of Hawklets there. That was 55 there on the stop. George Donnelly. And it's going to bring up 3rd down. They're going to save a timeout here. 3rd down and 7 from the Rockhurst 32-yard line. Time still ticking away. 30 seconds now on the clock. Parker takes the snap, and he just got blasted. Ball came out. Theo Thomas came away. 38. I'm going to assume Gus Sorensen came away with the strip sack. Timeout South. That's going to bring up 4th down and 13. Again, we'll figure out the number situation on number 38. I apologize if that's your son. I assume you're at the game, or grandparent. But I have 39 as Gus Sorensen. We do not have a 38 on the Rockhurst roster, so we will figure that out. It's going to be 4th down and 13. A big play there for Rockhurst to keep South obviously out of field goal range as well. Again, looking for their first points before the 4th quarter of the season. 7-0 is the score. Rockhurst holding on so far. No timeouts left for either team. And it is going to be 4th down and 13 to go. Looks like they're going to have some subs come in for South. They called over to the bench, and they have Bryce Reeves and Malachi Howard stepping in, as well as Alex Israelite and Braden Watson. Braden Watson up at the top of your screen. Saib in the slot to the left, and Israelite in the middle of them. Cash Parker stands at the Rockhurst 43-yard line, takes a low snap, goes up top, looks open, is open, and is incomplete, but a flag comes out. Alex Israelite, the intended receiver, and a little too much contact from Bryce Middleton, the 5'11", 180-pound junior. Again, in high school football, it's not a spot foul like you see on NFL Sunday, but it will be good enough for an automatic first down for Blue Springs South. So 18 seconds, no timeouts. Again, capable kicker. We saw him warming up as well. Well within his range at this point. 1st down and 10 from the Rockhurst 23-yard line. Again, it's Braden Watson up at the top of your screen. Luke Saib near the south sideline. Fumbled snap. Cash Parker looking and gets sacked. Gets sacked by a lot of Rockhurst Hawklets there. Number 6, Colton Wimhoff. I apologize. We have low lighting here up here in the booth. Colton Wimhoff is the one. So there was a timeout left. So 1 timeout is made to 0 timeouts. They'll be from the 30-yard line, 2nd down and 17 with 11 seconds left, so that really hurt them. They wanted a pass play. They wanted to try and get 7 on the, or at least 6 on the board there, and instead a sack results in a loss of 7 yards. Again, it is homecoming night here at Blue Springs South. Seen some people wearing some fancy dresses and some tuxedos, so I assume there's going to be a king and a queen announced at halftime as well. It's gonna be. I think it'll be a longer halftime. I agree. So, yeah, they got them lined up over on the far sideline over there, and then they'll also have the band, I believe. So we'll have a longer halftime. Stay with us. Come back at the second half. But for right now, it's 2nd and 17. 11 seconds left here in the opening half. Watson in motion from right to left. Looks that way. Makes the catch. And is going to get taken down. Matt Klein is wanting them to spike it. Down to zeros on the clock. It's not going to work there. He gets tackled inbounds. The spike unsuccessful And we go to halftime. Rockhurst 7, South 0. Whenever we come back in the second half, it will be South's ball to start the half. Again, we'll have some halftime stats for you coming up, hopefully, on the other side of this coming here at Blue Springs South. So it might be a little bit longer. Come back for the second half, 7-0 Rockhurst. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
for just $49.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area High School Athletics.
Crowned homecoming king and queen. No band performance. I was shocked. Me and David were like, I figured there would be a band. So, okay, maybe after the game is whenever they said the band's going to play. So, I've seen this before. Again, not just this particular crowd. The band plays after the game. Everybody stays. That's a good thing. To recap the first half, Rockhurst started off the game with the football. Again, South will get the ball to start the second half, but Rockhurst started with the ball, drove down, and then fumbled on their opening possession. Then South from there took over and had a turnover on downs. The third possession of the game belonged to Rockhurst. They went 77 yards, capped off a Joe Leggio touchdown, 1-yard touchdown run. That took about 4 minutes off the clock to take it to South with a 3-and-out, Rockhurst with a 3-and-out, South with a 3-and-out to start the second quarter. Then Rockhurst once again had a turnover on downs to start the second quarter. 3-and-out by the Jags. Turnover on downs once again. Rockhurst threatening inside Jaguar territory. And then South drove down at the end of the half. No timeouts left. Were unable to get the spike off. And that ended the half 7-0 Rockhurst. So now you're all caught up here in the second half. Again, it's going to be South getting the football. We are very close to getting back action underway. Here on a beautiful evening. It's cooled down just under 80 degrees. Not a lot of wind out there, at least that we can feel, if anything, from the north. And that north wind will be on the side of kicker Kyle Bush as he tees it up for Rockhurst. Dante Maley and Bryce Reeves back to receive at their own 10-yard line for the Jags. Bush strapping up his chin strap, pointing at both sides, saying he's ready to go, and we are ready to go here in the second half. End-over-end kick, and this is going to be received by Reeves at his 4-yard line. He picks up the ball off the turf, able to get it up to the 12-yard line, but the drop on the return, never a good thing. Return of about 8 yards once he picked it up off the turf, and that is where Cash Parker and this Blue Springs South offense will take over to start the second half. Again, thank you for watching on 810varsity.com. If you guys are joining us on the YouTube channel, be sure to drop a comment, say hello. Jonathan Pulasic is who I am calling the game tonight. David over on the producing side of things. Appreciate him working the cameras as well. Cash Parker is going to start it off from his own 13-yard line. Out of the shotgun snap, Luke Seib from right to left. Chest high snap, handoff right up the middle. Theo Thomas, the same way they ended the half, is going to be how they start the second half. That's going to be a pickup of 4 yards for 2nd down and 6. Again, I said we were going to figure out who number 38 was during the halftime break, and we have a PA announcer, David Cooley, here at Blue Spring South, a great guy, and the radio crew, and neither one of them could tell me exactly, but we either know it's Colin Sexton or it's number 38. We have no idea who number 38 could be, so if you guys know, please let me know. He is going to be rushing from the bottom of your screen, chasing down Theo Thomas. Thomas leans into a defender, and the ball comes out. And just like that, the commentator curse of number 38, the strip and score. 20-yard fumble recovery. They're going to call it Connor Sexton. So Connor Sexton with the strip and score on the first possession for Blue Spring South. And that is a terrible turn of events if you're a Jags fan. Makes it 13-0 Hawklets. Second play from scrimmage in the second half. Kyle Busch coming on to tack on the extra point. Two plays, one strip fumble, and into the end zone to 0, awaiting the Kyle Busch kick. Up and through the white goalposts with the orange flaps going from left to right, which is north to south here at Blue Spring South. It is 14-0 Hawklets. Again, we are only 52 seconds into the second half, and all of a sudden, Rockhurst, who did not receive the kickoff, is now up 2 scores on Blue Spring South. We'll do this thing all over again. Second half, not starting, but just underway. 52 seconds, like I said. A strip and score from Connor Sexton results in a Hawklets defensive touchdown. Both of these teams, once again, searching for their first win of the season. De'Avion Stokes now back to return, and Dante Melee back there as well. Kyle Busch, once again, teeing it up from his own 40-yard line. End-over-end kick, pretty similar to the first one. This time back into the end zone for a touchback. So, Theo Thomas, how is he going to shake it off here? 11:08 here to go in the third quarter after giving up a fumble. Be interesting to see if Blue Spring South comes out wanting to throw the ball a little bit more now, based upon what has happened here in the last couple of plays. New running back into the game. Bryce Reeves is now behind Cash Parker. Trips over to the left side. Once again, South wearing their blue home jerseys. A little pump and go. He's wide open. Alex Israelite, wobbly ball. Picked off, interception. Blue Spring South here to open up the second half, and Bryce Middleton is the recipient of the interception. Rockhurst will take over. First down and 10 from their own 45, and that is a disastrous start for Matt Klein and his Blue Spring South Jags. 11:01. We're inside a minute starting from the second half. Once again, 2 turnovers if you're just joining us. A strip and score from Connor Sexton from 20 yards away, taking it out of the hands of Theo Thomas. And now an interception from Bryce Middleton. So back to work is Ethan Hansen in the I formation. Joe Leggio off the pitch. He's got some room across the 40, across the 35 to the 30, still on his feet, and finally dragged down inside the 20 by C.J. Douglas, but not after a massive gain of 37 yards for the big boy. 6'1", 245 pounds for 37 yards. He's going to trot over to the sideline because, Coach, I need some water. Inside the red zone. 10 minutes and 50 seconds here to go in the second half. In the third quarter. It's not over yet. Gavin O'Boyle up top at the top of your screen, I should say, the lone receiver, and it's going to be a timeout, Rockhurst. They did not have the right personnel on the field, and so that results in a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're watching high school football on 810varsity.com and on the 810 Varsity YouTube page.
Don't trust the biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
Back, Rockhurst threatening inside the red zone here from the south 18-yard line. Gavin O'Boyle way up at the top of your screen. Joe Leggio back in the game after the timeout. Ethan Hansen under center. Gets the snap cleanly. Play action. It's going to be a naked bootleg, and it's Hansen trotting out of bounds around the 13-yard line. Once again shoved out of bounds by C.J. Douglas. It looks like about a gain of 5. Setting up a 2nd down and 5. Hansen done a pretty efficient job. Once again, the sophomore at quarterback, 6'1", 175 pounds, running this Hawklet offense. Not too bad. Only 1 score in the first half, but a defensive score to open up the second half gives them a little bit more breathing room, and now they are threatening from the 14-yard line. Again, I formation. Colin Sexton is the fullback. It's a handoff, Leggio. Leggio following his pulling guard down inside the 7-yard line. Going to mark him close. Yes, right at the 7. It's good for a 1st down and a pickup of 8 yards. Once again, 3 plays so far. 4 plays. And they are down to the 7-yard line. I want to say the 12, but it's the 7-yard line. He picked up 8 there from the 15. Hansen calling the play from the wristband. Tight end left side now. 2 receivers to the right. O'Boyle, the leading receiver, down at the very bottom of your screen. It's a handoff. Leggio. And brought down that time again. It's C.J. Douglas with the stop. And a flag is down on the play. Once again, we will hear from our head referee. Personal foul face mask on the Jags is what Dave Meisel says. It'll be half the distance to the goal. And an automatic 1st down for the Hawklets. A small but powerful student section here from Rockhurst tonight. And the Rockhurst crowd filled in pretty well. 1st and goal from the 2. The big bodies out on the field. Leggio behind Sexton in the I formation. It's a handoff. Leggio through the middle, leaning, and short by about a foot is what this line judge says down at the bottom. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Leggio already has 1 1-yard touchdown tonight. If you could look as close as you can at that ball, it is almost touching the goal line. That's how close he got there. 2nd down and goal. Plenty of time on the play clock, 20 seconds. Game clock ticking down to 9 minutes and 8 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. Hansen under center, tight end left once again. On the 6th play of the drive, it's a Leggio hurdle over the line into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockhurst. So a 6-play drive that results in a Leggio touchdown and just over 2 minutes and 7 seconds taken off the clock to make it 20-0.
Number 97, Kyle Bush, on to attempt the extra point.
Kyle Bush from the hold of Luke Bailey to try and tack on the extra point here. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and once again through the south uprights here. That makes it 21-0 Hawklets.
Rockhurst scoring drive recap, 55 yards in 2 minutes.
Blue Springs South is going to really have a heck of a time coming back from this now. 21 down, again, Storyline coming in for me was that they had yet to score in the first 3 quarters of any game this season. All 31 points that they have are in the fourth quarter. So Cash Parker and this South offense has a little bit of work to do as they come back out onto the field. 8 minutes, 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. The moon now is almost directly to our south. Not quite, just off to the south and to the east. Venus tagging along for the ride as well. If you look out your car window, if you look out your house window, that is Venus. That is not a star. I promise. Kyle Busch once again in to kick off his third kickoff in about 4 minutes. Six quick steps, and it's going to be fielded this time at the 3-yard line. This is going to be Dante Melee. Melee makes a cut up across the 15, still on his feet across the 20. Across the 25, breaking tackles, and finally brought down. Took a host of Hocklets there, but Tommy Coppinger, or Copinger, I apologize if I'm saying that incorrectly, finally making the stop there. The 6'3", 200-pound sophomore on special teams finally brings him down. Dante Melee with a good return of about 24 yards or so from the 5 out to the 29. And South comes back out, now down 21. 8:43 once again here to go in the third quarter from their own 29-yard line. Luke Seib from left to right. Cash Parker dropped the snap, but it was picked up, and nothing doing. That's Davion Stokes. No gain on the play, maybe a gain of 1 off the botched snap. Parker unable to scoop that one out of the dirt. Looked like it was going to be a handoff anyways. Davion Stokes says, I'll take it from here. Gains about 3 feet. Braden Watson up at the top of your screen has had a quiet night. He's had 1 target, no receptions. He's got single coverage up there as well. 3 down linemen for the Hocklets. This time it's a handoff once again to Davion Stokes. And he's getting pushed by a pile across the 40. And should be enough for a Blue Springs South first down. So a good, hard run there from Davion Stokes, the 6'2", 175-pound junior. They rotate 3 runners there, Bryce Reeves, Davion Stokes, and Theo Thomas. We haven't seen Thomas since the fumble at the beginning of the third quarter. Cash Parker standing at his own 38. Once again, a handoff. Stokes picks up around 4. And again, this Hocklet defense has been pretty surrounding tonight. There is 52. Vince White is going to be there on the stop. And we have an injury timeout on the field. Can't quite get a full number on that. But obviously a quiet time here as we take you to a break. An injured Hocklet on the field, 21-0 Hocklets in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
No matter what your goals are, competing at the next level, participating in a local 5K, or leading your team to state, the Sports Medicine Center at Children's Mercy is here to provide comprehensive 360-degree care for student athletes. Performance training, injury prevention, rehab services, nutrition, mental wellness, surgery, and more. It's not just about the next goal or the one after that. It's about supporting a lifetime of sport and helping every student athlete play healthy.
George Donnelly helped over to the sideline. Hopefully he is okay. 2nd down and 7 for Blue Springs South. 4 rushers looks like for the Hocklets. This time it's a handoff to Stokes. Stokes dragging a defender once again. And that time it's going to be Parker Williams on the stop. Third play of the drive. And again, South has had some good drives tonight. They've had a couple of 3-and-outs, but not too bad. 3rd down and 5. 2 receivers up to the top of your screen. Cash Parker tried to draw them off sides. They were close, but were not able to get the snap off there. They look down at their wristbands and get the play call. Luke Seib in that wing back over to the left, now over to the right side. Settles in. Cash Parker awaits the snap. It's a handoff. Theo Thomas. Last time he had it, he gave it up. This time he did not. A pickup of... They're going to say he's a little short. It looked like a gain of 5. Based upon where the ball is spotted, it looks like a first down. So they are going to give it to him. It's very close on the spot, but based upon where they put it, he was about a length of a football away from getting that first down, and he did. So 1st down and 10 now from the Hocklet 49-yard line. Theo Thomas behind Kim, and Connor Sexton there to bring down Theo Thomas in the backfield. Pretty much a no gain, but maybe a tackle for loss there. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. And South, they have not gone to the air. Again, they've kept this ball on the ground. It's been a combination of D'Avion Stokes and Theo Thomas. Cash Parker has shown he has the ability to get outside the pocket. They have not done that this drive, however. So again, now the 6th play of the drive. Parker goes down under center. And a little handoff up the middle to a fullback. I believe that's Theo Thomas once again. This time he picks up around 4.5. So it's going to bring up a critical 3rd down here for Blue Springs South from the Hocklet 45. Only go to the air on this drive, or if they keep it on the ground. Theo Thomas once again with the D'Avion Stokes has been the play. Riley Dowler at the very top of your screen. He's seeing some action. 6'5", 190 junior. Luke Seib, their leading receiver, splits out to the bottom of your screen. Single coverage there as well, and they back off the linebackers. This time it's an out route to Seib. Seib with the catch and reaches, and it's going to be just about the 40-yard line. That'll be a little bit short. It's going to be 4th down and maybe a yard. They will not move the chains. It'll be 4th down and 1. They got all the big bodies out on the field. And if you're Rockhurst, you know where they're going. Can you stop them within 3 feet? 21-0 Rockhurst. 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter of action here on 810varsity.com and the 810 Varsity YouTube page. Handoff, Theo Thomas waits patiently and gets the first down for South. Pickup of 3 is more than a pickup of 1. Therefore, it is a first down on 4th down and 1. Again, efficient drive. This is going to be the 9th play of the drive. They're running the clock because the chains are set, ticking under 3 minutes and 45 seconds here to go. 7 down linemen. Theo Thomas again. They kept the big boys out there from the play before, and he pushes forward for around another 5 yards. So again, taking time off the clock here. But again, this game has had some swings. It was 7-0 at the half, a strip fumble, and score by Connor Sexton. Had the Hawklets up 14-0, and then Joe Leggio had a 1-yard touchdown run. Here's Cash Parker going up top. He's deep, and a good catch there by Alex Israelite. That's a 25-yard gain. There's the air ball that we've been wanting to see out of Cash Parker. Good athletic catch by Alex Israelite. And that is going to be a first down and goal. The first time tonight it's been goal to go. Jags looking for their first touchdown in the first 3 quarters of any game this season. Theo Thomas punches it forward for a gain of 2 yards. 2nd down and goal. 11th play of the drive here.
3 yards, 2nd down and goal.
ticking now to 2 minutes and 40 seconds here to go in the third quarter. It's Theo Thomas again in the pistol set behind Cash Parker. Parker receives a snap, gets it off to Theo, and he gets thrown to the ground. Plenty of Hawklet defenders there, including Parker Williams. Parker Williams has been playing a good game there from the defensive end position. 6'3", 220-pound senior, trying to find their first win of the season. 12th play of the drive now coming up for the Blue Spring South Jags. It's 3rd and goal. Luke Seib getting his helmet checked on by the referees, and we're good to go. 7 down linemen for the Jags. Seib splits out far to the left. Parker, bell tie snap, looking for the fade ball, and it is caught. Luke Seib going into the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Cash Parker to Luke Seib in the one place where we... 3-yard hookup from Cash Parker to Luke Seib. Jack Brickhouse out to tack on the extra point for the Jags. Good snap, good hold. The kick is good. 21-7 the score. Cash Parker finding Luke Seib for the 3-yard touchdown. 12 plays. Just under 7 minutes on the clock. We'll take a 30-second timeout. It's 21-7. Jags on the board for the first time in the first 3 quarters of any game this season. We'll be back on 810varsity.com.
Fall is upon us, and so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right, get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have to be a Service Experts Advantage program member. Call 816-629-5343. That's 816-629-5343. Or schedule online at any time at neilharrisserviceexperts.com. That's neilharrisserviceexperts.com. And get ready for winter today.
So officially their 71-yard scoring drive for the Jags. And they're on the board. 21-7 Rockhurst. Just under 2 minutes here to go in the third quarter. And all of a sudden, it's getting a little interesting. Drew Peniston teeing it up from the 40 for the first time tonight since the first kick of the game, and it's drilled off the chest of a Hawklet, and it's picked up. And run out of bounds around the 23-yard line is where Ethan Hansen and the Hawklet offense will take over. Like I said, just under 2 minutes, 1:48 here to go in the third quarter from their own 23-yard line. Again, Joe Leggio has 2 rushing touchdowns tonight. Very efficient game for the young man. Ethan Hansen has run the offense pretty well as well. A defensive score by Connor Sexton has gotten the Hawklets all of their points. That's the 3 scoring drives for them. And then Cash Parker finding Luke Seib on the 3-yard touchdown pass. Makes it 21-7. Leggio receives the handoff, goes around the right side, and is taken down. Not after a gain of 5, but once again, C.J. Douglas is having a pretty good game. 6'6", 235 pounds, so a pretty big kid to begin with. He's tracking down Leggio. Obviously, he's given up a few pounds to him, but he's got about 5 inches in height on him. So it's second down and around 6 from the 25-yard line. Hansen in the shotgun. It's a handoff. This time around the left side. Wow, wide open hole. A bunch of Jags are going to be there to take down Aiden Flood. Not many carries tonight, but that was a pretty impressive one. From the 25 all the way up to the 41, a gain of 16 on the play. And a Hawklet first down. 56 seconds here to go in the third quarter. And then the 4s will be in the air as we go to the 4th. Down to 8 on the play clock here for Rockhurst. Down to 5 now. I formation, Leggio behind Sexton once again. Handoff left and was read, and good defense that time. Led the way was Avion Phillips there for the stop for the Jags. A pickup of about 2 for 2nd and 8. We tick under 20 seconds now in the third quarter, and I assume Rockhurst is going to take this all the way to the fourth. They lead 21-7, and yes, we will flip sides of the field. We're going to the fourth quarter here on 810varsity.com. Rockhurst leading Blue Springs South on their homecoming night 21-7. We'll have the final quarter of action whenever we come back after.
Biggest investment of your life to a part-time real estate agent. Trust the #1 team in Lee Summit and the entire state, the Rob Ellerman Team. The Rob Ellerman Team is the #1 real estate team in Missouri and number 12 nationally ranked in the U.S. with $1.5 billion in career sales. They are your real estate resource for buying or selling. They get you moving. Call anytime at 816-304-4434 or visit therobellermanteam.com. That's 816-304-4434 or anytime online. The Rob Ellerman Team, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area high school athletics.
And fourth quarter action about underway here at Blue Springs South. Homecoming night once again. And the moon shining bright out there. It's a beautiful evening. If you're not able to get out, just trust me. I'm gonna guess Blue Springs South side is still very full. Rockhurst is filled up nicely, and we head to the fourth quarter where Rockhurst has a 21-7 lead on Blue Springs South. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for this Hocklet offense. And Ethan Hansen stands at his own 38. This time it's a quarterback read and read properly. Once again, C.J. Douglas there on the tackle. He's been everywhere. I don't know his stats right now, but his tackles are up there. I'm going to guess he's near double digits for the Jags. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. This has become all of a sudden a very big down for Rockhurst. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Jags down 21-7. And Rockhurst staring at a 3rd down and 10. They broke the huddle and then substituted 2 on and 2 out. I formation for Hansen under center. Play action. Rolls right. Looks right. It's Connor Sexton out of the backfield and is able to get the first down. Dragged out of bounds by Luke Lamb there, but good enough for a Rockhurst first down. A little play action, roll over to the right, the fullback catching it there and running for a first down. So now into Jags territory, the 47-yard line. I assume head coach Kelly Donahoe would be just fine with taking this all the way down if he could, nursing a 2-score lead. Hansen under center, I formation. Leggio running left, running through a tackle, and finally brought down. That's Mason Seymour there on the tackle, as well as Luke Lamb and Jose Jenkins. Jose Jenkins. It's the first time we've called his name tonight, but the young man is big. 6'4", 275-pound junior. So he'll be back for the Jags next year. 2nd down and 7 for Hansen. Gavin O'Boyle down at the bottom of your screen. We haven't heard much from him since the first half. And this time it's a play-action pass. Again, this is what they converted on 3rd and 10. Going deep, well up top, up for grabs, and incomplete. 2 Jags out there in coverage. A risky pass there from Hansen. First time we've seen one of those tonight as far as a deep, deep shot. And that's going to bring up the 7th play of the drive and a 3rd and 7. 9 minutes, 56 seconds here to go in the game. Once again, another big 3rd down here coming up for Rockhurst. 3 down on the play clock, and the snap is going to get off in time. Play action is in trouble and going to get brought down. That's Mason Seymour there on the sack, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Hawklets. So time has been taken off the clock, obviously, with this drive. Going all the way from 2 minutes left in the third quarter now to 9.5 left in the game. But no points out of it for Rockhurst, and Blue Spring South is going to get the ball back. Luke Bailey is going to be the punter. He's standing at his own 32-yard line. Dante Maley is the return man for the Jags. It's a good snap and a little run rugby kick there, end over end, and no return as it gets tagged down at the 17-yard line. And so that is where Cash Parker in this Blue Spring South offense will take over from. Again, it's been an interesting game. It was 21-0 Rockhurst. South gets their first touchdown of the game and of the season in the first 3 quarters. They've scored, again, you've heard me say it, all of their points in the fourth quarter. They finally get a third quarter touchdown, I should say. And now they're only down 2 scores with just under 10 minutes here to go, 9:06 to be exact. So Cash Parker has trips right. You got to imagine they're going to go to the air and try and score as quickly as possible here. They do go to the air. This time it's a slant route. Israelite with the catch, and not a lot of yardage there, maybe a gain of 2. But again, anything that is positive yards right now is what Matt Klein wants. Again, they're going to keep a lot of receivers on the field here, including Riley Dowler and Braden Watson up at the top of your screen. Luke Seib is going to be the tight end or wing back to the right, and he's their leading receiver so far this year. Parker out of the shotgun, handoff. Theo Thomas up the middle, and he's still on his feet across the 28-yard line, close to the 29, and it's going to be a first down for the Jags. They will move the chains and then start back up the clock. Ticking down now to 8 minutes and 17 seconds. So time quickly getting away from the Jags here. They do have all 3 timeouts. Rockhurst has 2 left. Again, same formation, 2 receivers at the top of your screen. Seib rolling down to the very bottom of your screen. Parker, chest high snap. This time he's looking, and the ball gets batted away and incomplete. Once again, Parker Williams there from the defensive end spot, batting that one down. That defensive line's done well. Made up of Parker Williams and Vince White there as well. They've been doing a pretty good job. Gavin O'Boyle, again, a two-way player for the Hawklets. He's out there at cornerback. And he's had a long night. He plays receiver. He's their leading receiver. He also plays corner for them. And there are 2 receivers now to the right, and bringing a couple of tight ends in motion as well is Cash Parker on 2nd down and 10. Handoff. Theo Thomas around the right side. This time he's going to get stood up by not Carter Graham. That's a quarterback. That's Parker Williams there once again. That's Colton Wemhoff. He actually plays defense for Rockhurst. That's going to be a stop. 3rd down and 6. That was a gain of 4. 7:25 here to go in the game. Down 2 scores, and South is needing a first down here. 1 receiver to each side. Tight end left as well. Splits out into the slot left. Cash Parker out of the shotgun. Low snap. Ball's behind him, and he's going to have to fall on it. Ball's still out, and it seems like South recovers, but not after a significant loss on the play.
Fumble recovered by the Jags, number 77, Cole Collins. We'll make it 4th down.
Cole Collins, the offensive lineman and captain, there to recover the fumble for the Jags. It's going to bring up 4th and 24. Gavin O'Boyle back to return the punt. And now all of a sudden it's crunch time. 6.5 left. Flag down on the play, and I believe Rockhurst had too many people on the field. Again, if it wasn't 4th and 24, and I know as a head coach you don't want penalties, but if you're going to do it, it better be 4th and 24. Too many men on the field on Rockhurst, so it will move them forward 5 yards.
Legal substitution, the penalty against the Hawklets.
So Cash Parker will scoot up 5 as he still is going to punt this ball away. 6:26 here to go in the game. And Parker now stands at his 5-yard line. The boot is away. It's a shorter kick and takes a Hawklet bounce. It's going to be down at the Blue Springs South 47-yard line.
Falls down to near the 47-yard line.
Rockhurst trying to put this game on ice. Again, searching for their first win of the season. Coming up after tonight, these teams, I mean, they have some tough games coming up here. Rockhurst has Bishop Miege coming to town September 24th. That's next week. October 1st against Lee Summit West. That's number 10 in the 8-10 varsity top 25. Then they go to De Smet over in St. Louis, I believe. And then they host Christian Brothers College October 15th. And then they finish hosting Kelly Donahoe's Old Blue Springs Wildcats on October 22nd. For South, they're at Liberty next week versus Ray Peck on the 1st of October. Fort Osage on October 8th at Fort Osage. At Blue Springs in the in-town rival October 15th, and then October 22nd versus Liberty North, who is currently number 1 in the 8-10 varsity top 25. It's 1st and 10 Hawklets. 6:12 to go here in the game. Hansen out of the shotgun, hands it off Leggio. Leggio around the right side, tries to truck through a guy, and is brought down. A gain of 4.
Tackle by number 20, D'Avion Stokes.
D'Avion Stokes has played a good game. He's a two-way player for the Jags. And he makes the tackle there on Leggio. 2nd down and 7 is coming up here for Rockhurst again. And their away unis, it doesn't get much cleaner. White jerseys, white pants, white helmet, blue lettering, Rockhurst across the chest. Gavin O'Boyle spreads out to the left side of your screen. I formation for Hansen. Hansen with a pitch this time to Leggio, and Leggio tripped up from Alex Israelite, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of 2. Maybe 1.5. It's going to say 3rd down and 6. So this would be a big 3 and out if the Jags can somehow get them off the field here. Obviously down 2 scores here late. Going to need some help and some quick offense if they're able to get them off the field. You got to imagine this is 4-down territory. They might try and pin them deep. If not, with a 2-score lead, you want to play the field position game. Hansen again, this time standing at the south 48-yard line is where his feet are. Belt tie snap, quarterback play action. He tries to throw it, and a very dangerous pass. Malachi Howard almost had a house call for 6. Had the interception in his hands, and he would have been gone. Instead, it's 4th down, and they're quite in between it here. They had the punt team coming on, then they send them back off. 4th down. No, they will punt it away, looks like. No. Okay, they're keeping the offense on the field. Hansen, again, it looks like we've had one of these quick kicks tonight as well, and that's what this one is going to be, the left-footed kicker. And the ball is back into the end zone and out of play. So Blue Springs South will take over possession with 4:32 here to go in the game. They need a couple of quick scores. We're going to take a timeout with them. Blue Springs South ball whenever we come back on 810varsity.com.
And so is the time to tune up that furnace. Don't miss the $49 special from Neil Harris Heating Service Experts. That's right. Get your system tuned up for just $49, and you don't even have
5 wide receivers here. Down 2 scores, just under 5 minutes to go in the game. And he takes the snap. It's a QB draw. This time, wiggling through the middle of the field, trucks over defender, and picks up around 8 yards. Again, sense of urgency here for Blue Springs South, down 2 scores. 4:15 here to go in the game. Alex Israelite signaling to the sideline like, let's go. We have to run some plays here. Again, 5 wide. Parker out of the shotgun. Belt high snap. It's a QB draw again. And a spin move, a nifty spin move. Picks him up around 5.5, 6 yards, and a good enough for a South first down. Back up on the ball now. They have called a couple plays. Still looking over to the sideline, though. Now under 4 minutes to play here in the game. 3:43 to be exact. And there's some confusion on the Rockhurst side of the ball. Parker going up top for everything. Got a man. Oh, and in and out of the hands. Incomplete. That was Riley Dowler out there. The junior 6'5", 190-pound receiver was unable to bring it in. A pretty good ball there by Cash Parker. 2nd down and 10 is what it's going to be for the Jags. And they bring in a fresh body at receiver as well. Again, the deep shot, only a couple times have we seen it tonight. Alex Israelite had a nice catch earlier in the game. Obviously, the clock not running right now. 3:29 here to go in the game. 6 on the play clock, however. Parker's got to get it off. With 2 on the clock, he gets it off. This time, it's a middle slant, and it's intercepted. Intercepted across the 40, across the 30. Inside the 20 now, down inside the 10-yard line, and that should do it. The pick and return from Zach Giangreco. That's how we're supposed to say it. 3rd time's the charm, but the interception and return down inside the Jags 10, and that should do it. 2-score lead, just under 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the game, and Rockhurst is going to come back out. It'll be 1st down and goal from the 9-yard line. Yeah, they have it just outside the 10, but they're calling it 1st and goal. 8 on the play clock, and the offense is sprinting onto the field. This is not going to happen. They're going to have to, they have half an offensive line. That is a delay of game. So a 1st and goal from the 15-yard line is coming up.
Delay of game. The penalty against the Hawklets.
Coach is out on the field like, what is, he's now almost at the hash mark. He's out on the field. I still believe there's no timeout been called. And I'm not 100% sure that coaches can be on the field. There's 17 now on the play clock. I don't know what's going on. If they called a timeout or if they didn't. They're down to 10 seconds on the play clock. So are they going to take another penalty? I don't understand what's happening. Timeout, Rockhurst. Matt Klein visibly angry. I don't get what just happened, but it looked like Coach Kelly Donahoe had a timeout. At least he thought he called, and it turned out to be what the referee gave him. Klein, again, wants to talk to the head referee. That's Dave Meisel handling the white hat duties tonight. Klein has got to be careful. I know it's late in the game. They're down 2 scores. There's frustration. But he is giving it to Meisel right now. Again, the postgame will be pretty short here. We'll give you a quick recap of the game. We'll do that as the coming minutes of the final couple minutes here in the 4th quarter. We'll give you that recap and let you go on with your Friday night. Again, a beautiful one if you've been able to get out. 78 degrees now, just after 9 o'clock in the Central Time Zone if you are with us here in Kansas City. Hansen, play action, wants to go for it all. Jukes out a defender, and Israelite gets the ball on the ground. Blue Springs South recovers the fumble, but there is a flag on the play. We will see what Meisel has to say, but I believe this is going to go back to Blue Springs. South. Holding on the offense is declined, so South will take over. So some late life here. Again, still 3 timeouts, so you've seen crazier, I guaranteed, on a Saturday or Sunday. 3 minutes, 11 seconds here to go in the game. South is going to come back out. Thought it was over, and I apologize. They'll have the ball from their own 17-yard line or so. Cash Parker will trot back out with Theo Thomas at his side. Thomas, an effective game tonight as well. Cash Parker out of the shotgun, looking over the defense. 2 high safeties. The snap, and he's scrambling. He's going to scoot forward for a gain of about 5. Jadon Willis. Jadon Willis. Okay, David Cooley is really showing me how to pronounce names tonight. He is the PA guy here at South. 2nd down and 5. Under 3 minutes to go here now. 2:47. Parker, the throw and catch to Alex Israelite. Not much there, maybe 2. They'll call it 3rd down and 2 here for the Jags. 2:25 here to go in the game, and Parker's looking at a 3rd down and 2. Again, 2 high safeties and man-to-man coverage all on the outside. Only 3 down linemen. Quarterback draw, and he runs straight into the defensive end. That is number 9, Parker Williams, there on the stop. And it's good enough for a 1st down, but the clock is running. Again, I figured the chains would move, and then they start the clock. They are starting the clock immediately. 2:05 here to go in the game. Again, Hocklett's all over the defense as far as in the passing game. Parker looking for a wheel route, has a guy, and is caught. Alex Israelite again, but a little bit better of a ball, and he probably has a score there. Still a good throw and a catch. Healthy pickup for Blue Springs South. Under 2 minutes to go here in the game. Theo Thomas scoots out into the slot left side. 5 wide receivers, 1 minute 42 seconds now on the clock. Parker takes the high snap. Looks for another throw, and this time tried to thread the needle to Alex Israelite, and also Luke Seib was there. So that'll stop the clock right now. Still in their own territory, but a couple of good throws and catches here has gotten South into this position for 2nd down and 10. 1:36 here to go in the ball game. Parker calling it out, gets the snap, looks, throws, Seib complete. Seib gets out of bounds. A good throw and catch, and that's a 16-yard gain from Cash Parker to Luke Seib. So again, getting out of bounds was the key there. 1:29 here to go in the game. Going to be 1st and 10 from the Hocklett 38-yard line. Still a full crowd here at Blue Springs South. And people looking over the fence as well. No seats in the house available, apparently. But it is homecoming here for Blue Springs South. Parker takes the snap, throws it out to Seib. Seib again out of bounds. This time a good chunk of 10. And I always wonder. I know it's the end of the game and you can Monday morning quarterback, but I know it's some softer defense. But this looks pretty efficient for Blue Springs South. And this is certainly something they can build upon, even if they don't come out of here with a W. 1:27 here to go. And Parker stands at the 33-yard line. QB draw this time. And it's a 1st down. And Matt Klein says, no, go ahead. I was going to call a timeout, but no, let's just go ahead. 1st down and 10 from the 21. Parker, shotgun snap. Catches it, throws it, and is intercepted. That's going to be Will Eccles. Is finally dragged down by Parker, and now that will do it. Returned to the Hocklet 46-yard line. The interception, Parker tried to thread the needle, and that will do it. 1 minute, 5 seconds left on the clock here. Cash Parker throws the second interception of the night, and that will effectively end at that time. Again, Will Eccles with the interception. Both of them are defense, so it could be Will Eccles or it could be Michael Brooks. So just understand that. If that was Michael Brooks, I apologize. So Rockhurst again, this will be their first win of the season. Blue Springs South, presumably something crazy doesn't happen, will fall to 0-4 on the season. Hanson under center, and the handoff to Leggio. Leggio up the middle, brought down that time. That is Peyton Osborne on the stop. He gained a couple of yards there, but now within the minute left, and Blue Springs South will take their timeouts here. Again, let's go through the game recap as we're going through these timeouts here. It started off kind of ugly. Rockhurst with the fumble on their first possession of the game. South got it in pretty good field position and then had a turnover on downs. Then from there, the third possession of the game, Rockhurst goes down on a 5-play, 77-yard drive to go up 7-0 on a Joe Leggio 1-yard touchdown run. And then a couple 3-and-outs. We had 3-and-out by South, then Rockhurst, then South, and then a turnover on downs from Rockhurst. 3-and-out from South, a turnover on downs, and then halftime as South took it there. A fumble and score opened up the second half as Connor Sexton took it to the house for the Hawklets. Then an interception, and then a Joe Leggio 1-yard touchdown run got him to 21-0. We'll continue that here after this play on 2nd down and 9. It's the handoff. It's Sexton up the middle and is going to get dragged back, but not after a pickup of 5. Then we saw South on their scoring drive as Cash Parker found Luke Seib from 3 yards out to make it 21-7, and that is where we now stand. A couple of interceptions late here for Cash Parker. And again, that prevent defense with the lead, it's really hard. South was moving it effectively and then threw it straight into Will Eccles' hands on the interception return. So, again, South, assuming nothing crazy happens, will fall to 0-4. Rockhurst will improve to 1-3. Blue Springs South faithful still here in attendance, standing room only. Plenty of people here. The parking lots are going to be a mess. Hanson under center, 3rd down and 5. It's Leggio. Pardon me, it's a play action and quarterback read, and he slides down. Alex Israelite forces him down. And that will bring up 4th down and about 10. Timeout South, their last one of the game. Again, under a minute here, 43 seconds. Like I said, this is going to take Rockhurst to a winning streak that dates back all the way to 2016. Last time South took down Rockhurst was their undefeated state championship season in 2015. Again, coming up for Rockhurst, it's Bishop Miege knocking on the door of Rockhurst High School next week, September 24th. Hopefully you'll join us there, 810varsity.com and on YouTube. Two always talented and storied programs here in the city of Kansas City. So one final punt here. Luke Bailey will be the punter, standing at his own 32-yard line. And Dante Melee is standing at his own 20-yard line. The block was on. Weren't able to get to it. Maley picks it up off the bounce, up across the 30, and gets popped by a few Hocklets there. And South will take over from the 30-yard line. Like I said, 33 seconds left here to go in the game. Appreciate you guys enjoying the game with us tonight. If you were not able to be in person, it's a full house. 78 degrees just after 9:18 in the evening. And the Blue Springs South cheerleaders still cheering. It's fantastic. Does not matter what the score of the game is. Always bring the energy. 21-7, 33 seconds to go. Cash Parker out of the shotgun. 5 wide receivers, 3 to his right, 2 to his left, and it's going to be a quick pass, incomplete. Defense there, Henry Wilkerson with the batted ball.
Broken up by Rockhurst number 49, Micah Oder. 2nd down and 10.
.29 seconds here to go in the game. South, again, down 2 scores, but at this point, padding the stats a little bit, making sure that people know that they were here in the 4th quarter. It's Parker throwing it to the outside to Seib, and complete for about a gain of 9 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 out of bounds, so 26 seconds left now.
3rd down and 1 from the 40-yard line.
Again, the deep shell look. The 2 high safeties are 15 yards off the ball. Tough to get over the top. Parker looking, scrambling, moving forward. There's no timeouts left. He's going to scramble for a 1st down. That's going to tick it down to 19 seconds as they move the chains, and the referee says, let's go. 1st and 10, time winding down here, 13 seconds now. Parker, shotgun snap, receives it, out route, caught, out of bounds, Alex Israelite. Again into Hocklet territory, pickup of 8. Bring up 2nd down and 2. Parker still standing in the Jags territory. Shotgun snap, looks deep, throws well deep. Luke Seib up top and incomplete. They'll get one more play. There's 1 second left on the clock. Luke Seib has played a very good game. Their leading receiver coming into it, and his night's done. That's a 30-yard wind sprint right there. In full pads, in 78 degrees, and like 80% humidity. So 1 play left. The 4 deep shell for Rockhurst here. 3 down linemen. Cash Parker's going to see how far he can throw it here. It's going to be Israelite. Israelite looking, going across the field. Still on his feet. He's looking for a lateral, and he's getting taken down to end the game. Rockhurst